So it's usually an intermittent problem, and that's of course why it's not happening for the video to be able to see it, but a lot of times on these WD electronic turn signal kits, for some reason it always ends up being this passenger side rear tail light that'll start messing up. People behind you will see, and it's actually just in their control box, so you have to get a new one, which I'll show you here in a little bit. But this will go like intermittent or blink for a little bit and then stop even when the blinker is on. So the only way to fix that is if you bought your WD system, you contact WD Electronics and they'll actually send you a new control box once you send in that you've purchased the turn signal kit, and or you had the dealership before you bought the side-by-side put that turn signal kit on. The dealership, if it's a good name brand or big dealership, they will all have that specified, because technically they're selling it when they put it on one of these, so they'll have documentation of that. But you get your proof, send it in, and they'll send you a new control box. So I was hoping in this time that this would actually mess up here so you could kind of see, but it's not going to, evidently. So we'll just get right into where the control box is 99% of the time. If not, you'll know what it looks like. Find it, unplug they're all quick connect, so it's not hard, and put it back together. So, like normal, we'll evidently just get to fixing the control box. So showing it from inside the cab on the passenger side here, it's pretty easy. It's just like this on the Rangers also. So this video will work for Rangers, which I'll put in the beginning of this video so people know, but same setup in the Ranger. You take these two Christmas tree clips out, pop up them center pieces, which will never work while videoing one-handed. Oh. Now once you get those two popped up, for the people that are going to be skipping ahead here, take these three 10mm bolts out, and then this will actually lift up and off over here, which I will get to, but just for the people, you know, going fast, 310s, this will come off, fold it up, your box is actually tucked down into there. And then, this is what it looks like. Then it's just quick connects from there. Power's even quick connect. There is a way you're supposed to test this before you send it in for warranty, but if there's nothing else wrong with your machine and it's brand new, it can only be this WD Electronics box. So I'll get that off, I'll show it for the people who want to see it, and then we'll go on to the next step. One of the Christmas tree clips out. Wow, one-handed again. Second one's out. Set these aside out of the way. 310. Oops. So that was sitting there like that. 3 bolts out. This picks up. Set that out of the way. And then this is honestly probably better because we'll be working on the driver's side. It's probably better to go from the driver's side. That's how I normally do it. Let's see if I can get it this way. Can already see it sneaking out. This will come right off in yours, but since I installed this phone charger for him, it just needs snuck around like that. And here's the control box. But yes, 99% of the time, they are snuck down in there like this. Rangers or Expeditions, or really any model. But this just happens to be on a 24. Polaris Expedition. So I'll have to get my phone stand to show you guys this, because evidently they kept the power wire super short, and you can see they're pulling on us not to be able to get this box all the way out. So I'll grab my phone stand and then we'll swap these boxes out, or I'll actually probably test it. They have a test sequence to do, so then I have a video of me testing this so WD knows that I did test it. So let's actually get to testing it and then switching these boxes out. We'll switch up in the video, but if anything, just fast forward ahead probably 2 minutes and we'll be back to switching this out, and you'll be past the testing of it. But honestly, you should probably watch the testing. Now I'm just rambling. But you should probably watch the testing, because they're gonna want you to test this before you take it out to send it in for warranty. Because if they send you a new one and get this back and it's not dead or broken, I don't know what they'll do. I think they'll actually charge you for the next one. Don't quote me, but I do want to test it. So just to show you what WD Electronics is going to want you to do to test this, this is obviously easier showing you on the one that's out. So with this connected in the unit, if you're using a test light, ground it out, and then take your test probe and push it on that green wire, and that'll sense 0 to 12 volts. When you turn the key on and hit your blinker, push into there and see what you get. That'll test if the box is good or not. So right now, I have the test light grounded onto the actual ground of the Expedition. And then we'll take this and put it on that green wire. So I'll get in the cab quick and we'll test if it has 12 volts, which it should, because I don't know how this fully accepts warranty, because if the blinker works, it's going to show 12 volts till either something gets hot in this box, then it quits, because I went through every other wire on this machine to check it before warranty, and they're all good. So this test doesn't necessarily make sense, but I guess we'll see. So if I can show you if you have a normal test light, it's just if it lights up, but this one obviously gives me voltage at the same time. So it's showing that the blinker's on, and I can see in the mirror that it is blinking. So then take this test probe and just push into the wire if you can. Is it showing 12? So it's showing the blinker is working, so I don't know, I did the test for WD and it shows that it's good, but everybody is saying that the blinker's cutting out on this after being on a ride for so long. So there's nothing else really to replace, especially when on a WD setup it's always the right passenger side rear turn signal that goes intermittent. It's just, I don't know how they're made that when something goes wrong in the box, it's that one that always goes out. So I guess we'll just replace it and see if the guy ever has a problem again, and we'll know on the next one if the test they told me to do, if anything, I guess they're getting a brand new box back. So we'll see. We'll get this tore apart here. Just take all the quick connects off, put it back together, and be another side-by-side down the road. We'll start by getting the old box pulled out of here. Don't let any of your connectors sneak away. Now that'll work for a little bit, but ain't gonna work the whole time. Whoever put this one in. They heavily relied on this power and ground not to move, that's for sure. So we're going to take this power and ground and route it a little smarter around the big wad of wires. Just look at that. Little moving, how much more it gave us. So your power and ground's there. Then we'll go, I don't know if you can see that, but it's a 3-wire, a 4-wire, a 2, and a 4, but only 2 come off the center 4. So that'll help you if you get your wires lost. You'll be able to reference back and connect this. Jeez, I almost lost that one already. So obviously, lift your connectors up and off. And there's the old one out. Now I'm taking a little more time here because that 4-prong that fell in, clearly that needs a little more length on the wires also, so I'm going to reroute that 4-prong. I just seen another wire on this 2-prong that this could go around, gang us even a little more. I'm gonna route that 4-prong the same way. Make a little more sense here. I'd say that makes more sense compared to where we had it. So yeah, obviously I have this one plugged in already. I like doing these 2 last because these are obviously easily be able to pull out with how they're just them butt style connectors, bullet style connectors. But these obviously aren't going to slip out. So I like doing these last when I put it back down in there. I know these were clamped with all the rigmarole of moving it around. So we'll go 4-prong. If I can hold it and show you at the same time. 4. Your 2. So you have 4 and 2. And then your big 4 with only 2 wires attached. And then of course, your 3. All right. OCD, of course, if you watch my channel, got OCD and check everything perfectly plugged in, because it's a lot easier and cheaper right now to make sure everything's perfect before this doesn't work and I have to, on my own time, take this back apart to fix something that came loose. Alright, bullet connectors are there. So we're going to take this. Oh, there's one way. Found another little better way to route this. Of course, my other phone's going off. Take this 4. Alright, so just a little different. You can look down there in yours. They could have it routed different in yours too, but don't mind that last part. So we got the 4 plug backed in, double, triple, quadruple, of course, checked. And then with that in there, we're going to take this and put it down in there. Watch other wires and connectors as you're just kind of ramming this in there. See, as you notice when I pulled it out, they had the butt connectors, well, bullet connectors down in there for their connection. But I like keeping them at the top. So you know they're not getting pulled on, and they'll always be perfectly right there. I'll shut my other phone off, then get those connected. Alright, so take 2 bullet connectors. Make sure they're good. Take this one. Boom. Now that one's good. And double check. Push hard, it's good and clipped in. Push hard, good and clipped in. Alright, so now, obviously we're just going to take this, spin it back around, put it on. 2 Christmas tree clips in the corners, right here. And then your 310s, shut the windshield. And you got your WD box replaced. And hopefully that was your problem. On this one, just like any other one with that right tail light problem, passenger side rear, it has to be it. So comment if you found anything else in yours while you were doing it that helped somebody else, because it's just nice to not have to do stuff twice. If you know a little kink or quirk that works, thank you. See you in the next one. You didn't think I was gonna forget that, did you? Take that back. We're not done yet. What you should do before you put it all back together and potentially it doesn't work, you should probably check it. So now we're going left side. So that one's working. Not that the front wouldn't be when the rear is, but we'll just check her. And then notice this control box is also way quieter. The clicking is not happening like the old one. So now we're on the right turn signal. That's clearly working. And then front. So that'd be good to check before you put yours all back together, probably. So now that we're going on with the video, I'll just throw this back together so you can see kind of how it goes back. Spin this. Got that all clear. Just literally start in the front. I don't know if you've seen that. So go like this, go in the front, and it'll clip right down into there. And then I'll grab the 2 Christmas tree clips. This will kind of line everything up. Make sure your Christmas tree clips are equally straight with each other, of course. Down, and then we're done. Make sure everybody's stuff looks nice. We'll take the center mount for the windshield. Take this. Then this will be easy to put on for you. I'm just making sure this wire that I put in for his phone charger is where I want it. Start, of course, by threading, hand threading all 3 bolts into where they go. Alright, then I got my wire. Where I want it. Windshield mount exactly where I want it. Take the center one, snug it. Now sounds like crazy torque, but this thing's only on 1. And obviously, take a ratchet, you'll know just by working on stuff how tight's tight. All this stuff is just plastic. These are going into metal mounts, but you're not holding much for this. Just the windshield down. Perfect, got my wire how I want it. Now literally pull the windshield down, close it, and you're done. With all the extra explaining, that took way longer than it needs to. But now it's in depth. Somebody that's not regularly used to working on this kind of stuff can still easily do this by themselves, as opposed to taking it to the dealer, diagnosing it, paying for that to be done when it was an electronic company's problem per se, and then having to bring it back to the dealer. So now you're picking it up, bringing it home, dealing with this electrical box till you get the new one. Otherwise you won't have your side-by-side for probably 2 weeks by the time you prove the warranty, and then they send you one. Is a minimum of 4 days minimum to get one of those, and then you have to bring it back to the dealer, and then they have to put it in, and then pick your side-by-side back up. A lot of extra time and money when you could just watch this video. Literally, if you had a 10mm and a ratchet and a knife, you could do this process, because I just have these fancy tools. Like, this isn't even fancy, but just this, because I do it a lot, so it's just much easier. But you'd save a lot of money and time. Honestly, time is the worst, just by watching this video, really. So thank you guys. Subscribe if you would. Hopefully I can get more subscribers to do this more often and take the time while I'm working on stuff to make videos, because you know, take a time out of your life that's not making money or fun, it's hard to keep doing it because it's hard to even take time to make fun. But we all need to work, make money. Jesus, turned into a speech. Anyway, see you guys in the next one.